just simple watercolor paper, and I'm just using masking tape to tape it to a piece of cardboard so it doesn't wrinkle. And then I just make sure that I use a lot of water with my watercolors. The watercolors I'm using are not especially fancy or expensive. It's just a really nice cheap palette that has the colors that I want to use. In this case, I'm using blues and some purples and adding some black over that. And then, like I said, just making sure that I'm using plenty of water to make sure that the colors blend together. The water kind of helps the pigment to bleed into each other. I have seen where people put down water onto the the paper ahead of time. I think that would be possibly very helpful, and that might be something that I try in my next one. So as you can see, I'm trying to blend the colors into each other by kind of tipping and tapping the paper a little bit just to get the water to kind of move around and the colors to bleed into one another. So now I'm just kind of adding a little bit more water to try to get the colors to blend together a little better. As I'm going, I'm noticing a few brush strokes that are a little stronger than I want, so I'm just going to take a dry brush and blend those together a little bit. When I start picking up too much pigment, I can wipe off the brush and start again. So next I used some gouache, which I have a really shiny palette, so it works really well for stars. And I just put that onto a very stiff, dry paintbrush. And I used my thumb to kind of strum over the top of the paintbrush, which splattered the stars onto the paper. And then I took a thinner paintbrush, and also using my gouache, I added some shinier stars. So I just added some little rays and stripped a little bit of the pigment from the center of the stars just to give it a bit of a glowing feature. So next I just started doing a lot of sketches of my concept, in this case a cityscape of Seattle, which I then transferred onto the actual galaxy painting and went over with an ink pen. And that is how I created this piece. Thank you so much for watching.